Good evening and welcome to Division II tournament action. The tournament trail starts here as we have a Division II sectional matchup between Guernsey County rivals, the Cambridge Bobcats, and the host, the Meadowbrook Colts. I'm Darren McCullough, producing with us, as always, Shailene Castillo, and as you are eagerly waiting for the color analyst of the one and only Heath Dawson. But before we get into the game, we gotta kind of throw out some congratulations to players. As first off, we have to congratulate Meadowbrook senior guard Jake Singleton as he broke the all-time scoring record in a career in Meadowbrook history. He also was recently named Muskingum Valley League Player of the Year and District 12 Division II Player of the Year. And he has been selected to play in the Ohio North-South game and the District 12 All-Star game. Both those All-Star games happened in April, so congratulations to him. And also some congratulations to others on Meadowbrook's team, as Josh Hupp was recently committed to play football at Marietta College, and Brady McManaway, a standout on the football team, also is committed to play football at Marietta. So the Meadowbrook to Marietta pipeline continues to grow, as it seems like the past couple years that the Colts have had numerous guys transition down 77 to Marietta College. And since it's a big game, we have a big amount of sponsors tonight too, as we have 12 sponsors to go through. OHSAA, the Meadowbrook Teachers Union, the FMJ Indoor Range, the Stemmer family, Graham Excavating, Westfall Services, Main Screen Printing, Schaefer Insurance Agency, Rick's Place Auto Sales, Downtown Arena, Big Fitz's Barbecue, G&B Roofing, and Jagged Edges Hair Studio. So if you look down, the lineups have been posted on the scoreboard. We're just over a minute till introductions. We'll pause for that, but run down real quick the starting lineups. First for the visiting Bobcats, Davian Barr, a 6'2" forward. Number 1, Caleb Bond, a 5'11" guard. Number 3, Caleb Campbell, a 5'9" guard. Number 15, Cole Parsons, a 6'2" guard. And number 21, Parker Long, a 6-foot forward, and he's a senior. Over to Meadowbrook. Starters of normal as way it's been the past few games. Number 0, Drew Webster, a 6'3" guard. Number 1, Romeo Dorsey, a 6'4" forward. Number 3, Jake Singleton, a 5'11" guard. Number 10, Josh Hupp, a 5'11" guard. And number 13, Trayvon Mayo, a 5'11" guard. So we will pause and be back after the national anthem and introduction to the starting lineups here on the KGP Network.
Dude, that's the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen in my life. That was unbelievable, dude. Wow. That's unbelievable. by 23.
Wow, I'll take that.
I just got this feeling.
And we are ready for Division II sectional action here at Meadowbrook High School. Barr and Dorsey on the jump. Matt Hissam with the toss.
Train, it's nice to join you. Stuck out in that traffic. Oh, my goodness. That's the longest line I've ever seen for a Meadowbrook game, and I've been coming for this party for about 35 years, so unbelievable.
And the Bobcats win the tip. Bond guarded by Webster. And a near steal by Singleton. And there looks like Campbell picked it up and stepped on the line, so it's going to be Meadowbrook possession. Up, bringing it up, as it looks like Barr's going to have the assignment of guarding Singleton as he lifts an early three, no good, rebounded by Bond. And it's stolen by Singleton. Mayo's going to lift the three, knock it down off the pass from Dorsey. Colts up 3-0. So 2 possessions, 2 turnovers for the Bobcats, not what Coach Matuset has once drawn for his players.
No, definitely not what they're looking for here in the early going. They've got to slow the pace down and play their brand of basketball tonight if they're going to pull off the upset. Almost a third turnover there. Nice look from Bond to Davion.
Talk about a kid who's really made a difference this year. Barr has really come on the past few games as Singleton finds Hupp for the three. So 6-2 Meadowbrook.
Yeah, if Meadowbrook's knocking those 3 downs early, that could be a bad sign for Cambridge, because once Meadowbrook gets going, it's hard to stop them from beyond that arc.
Campbell looking to drive baseline, cut off, gets it back over to the wing to Parker Long. He's looking to drive, gets it tipped away, retrieves it though. Now he finds Parsons for 3, no good. Singleton with the rebound. And we're going to have a foul on Campbell, I believe. So first foul of the game, that's going to go on Caleb Campbell. So 1:45 in, Heath, and it's definitely the tempo playing Meadowbrook style.
Definitely favoring Meadowbrook. As we saw this past Monday, Cambridge was able to control the pace at the Cats lair, but not so much in this early going.
And There's going to be an over and back call on Jake there. Because I think he might have brought the ball over and then brought it back. So that's Meadowbrook's first turnover.
Yeah, there's a little pressure by Cambridge there too, picking up Jake at half court there.
And that's going to be a turnover on Cambridge. Turnover
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though, I like that look from Cambridge there. Little weave up top, and, you know, they got the look they wanted, but just a little bit too much on the pass there.
Should have had the hot dog without the mustard.
That's
a little too much.
A little too much there, but hey, like the offensive look by Cambridge.
Up, looks in, gets it into Dorsey. And we're going to have an offensive foul or a defensive foul.
Yeah, looks like you're going to get 15. Cole Parsons on the foul. Be his first. His first and the game's first.
And Levin Pulaski is going to check in here for long.
Yeah, I remember down here when they played earlier this year, Pulaski had some big moments in that game.
He's been a kid that's been able to give Cambridge some nice nice minutes off the bench.
I'm sure that won't be the first time either one of us do that tonight, as much as these two teams have kind of been linked together over the years. Very storied tradition for both.
Pulaski.
That's Pulaski, nice.
Gets the steal.
Yeah, nice steal. Meadowbrook's second turnover.
And Bond's going to throw the runner
nice
up and down.
Nice little floater by Bond.
One thing he's really excelled at, and there's going to be a steal by Parsons.
Both teams, 3 turnovers now.
And Bond shoots the 3, no good. That was his hot spot at Cambridge on Valentine's Day.
Hupp with the rebound there.
And Hupp's going to go all the way, no good. Might have been blocked. This pass from Parsons stolen by Dorsey, and thankfully we have a timeout.
Yeah, I will say.
Or a foul, I should say.
Yeah, crazy there. Action. I don't know who got that steal from Meadowbrook. I wasn't sure.
Dorsey got the steal. Parsons had the rebound off the Hupp miss. Barr probably got a piece of that.
Jeez.
So once the chips have all fallen, it's still 6-4 Meadowbrook.
Yeah, I think you and I need a timeout up here. Maybe a full after that.
Singleton,
Jake, a little
deep
handoff
three, no good. Rebounded by Bond. And a layup good by Barr.
Yeah, and we look up, now it's tied. So Cambridge weathering the early 3 ball by Meadowbrook, and now here they are, tied up.
Turnovers has been a little bit of an issue for both teams as they've combined for 7 here.
High intensity here. You can feel it tonight. Great move by Dorsey, but blocked by Parsons.
That block was by Pulaski.
Or Pulaski, I mean, yes. Thanks for the correction. Meadowbrook keep the possession on the team rebound.
And the crazy thing about Levin Pulaski is he really is relatively new to organized basketball, as he didn't start playing until it was maybe 8th grade year or 7th grade year, or maybe even sophomore year. I can't remember. It was later. He didn't ever play in the youth league. So
yeah, you can't let Drew get there.
We're going to have a hand check foul. Should be on possibly Parsons.
And
it's going to be on Parsons.
Tell you what, the intensity is unreal in this gymnasium right now. You can just feel it. Yeah, it's going to be on yeah, call that on Parsons.
And Dorsey looking to drive, spin move, throw up glass, no good. Fighting for the rebound.
Drew.
Webster's going to come down with it. Mayo gets it from Hupp. 3 is good.
Trayvon hot tonight. Good start early.
Yeah, 2 threes for him. He has 6 of Meadowbrook's 9.
I would say all Meadowbrook's points coming by way beyond the arc so far.
And none of them are by Jake Singleton.
No, that is rare. But at this point, it don't matter who scores the points, and it don't matter how much you win by. It's tournament ball. Hey, by any means necessary.
By 1 or 50, win.
Don't matter.
You advance.
That's right.
Bond denies the screen.
Yeah.
Shot off glass.
Yeah, a
no
little body
good,
by Trayvon there.
Trayvon's
so good.
Gonna get called for
yeah,
foul.
good whistle there. Let's send Bond to the line. He's a pretty good free throw shooter. I don't think they want to see him step up there too many times.
So Easton Eibel getting ready to check in from Meadowbrook as Bond knocks down the first free throw. Eibel's going to get Trayvon.
Trayvon, I tell you what, he is, guys, we've mentioned he has really picked up the second half of the season.
Second shot off the front iron, rebounded by Hupp. Hands it off to Singleton, over to Hupp again. Looking around, up top to Dorsey, swings it over to Eibel. And also looks like Reagan Rogers is checked in.
Yeah, Riley is a talented brother, good at baseball.
And that pass.
Yeah, thank goodness Drew's over there.
Hupp with the step in three, no good. Rebound, Dorsey.
Stole though by Parsons.
That's Pulaski.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, Dorsey come down with that rebound and Pulaski just reached in and stole it from him. And then Dorsey gets called on the foul, little frustration there. It's a nice job by Pulaski. Pulaski's got 2 steals and a block already in just his short time.
Making a difference.
Yeah,
he's going to get it.
Parsons was underneath.
Fires
had
it
the
to
numbers.
Rogers. Open three
I was gonna
is
say,
good.
He can shoot.
Another kid that's kind of come on late in the season from Cambridge. There's number 2.
That's twice, and I've done it once, so.
We're having a competition to see who can do it more, I guess. Hupp over to Singleton. Baseline cut off by Parsons. Now they swing it around. Webster, one more pass. Hupp, corner 3. No good. Rebounded by Barr.
And I tell you what, Cambridge, they'll say, hey, go ahead.
Pulaski's going to get called for the travel here, it looks like. Yep.
Cambridge's 5th turnover here in this opening frame. But I'll tell you what, if you would have said at 1:55 to go in the first, Jake still hasn't scored. Cambridge is saying, hey, where do we sign up for that?
And I think that's probably part of the reason why Coach Jarrett's going to
call a timeout
here.
Yes.
So with 1:55 left in the opening frame, Meadowbrook's going to call a timeout and they'll have possession of the ball with the Bobcats leading 10-9.
And the crazy thing is, this pace you figure would favor Meadowbrook, but Cambridge coming out and running with them and actually with the lead. I'm telling you what, I've been impressed with them early on here tonight.
And the big thing is that Meadowbrook likes to run, but they only play 7.
Yeah.
Cambridge, and they've only played 6 so far
Cambridge
tonight.
Go 9 deep.
Cambridge has already went to the bench with Rogers and Pulaski. So it might be a battle of attrition here tonight in Byesville. And Parsons locked on Jake Singleton here.
And Jake, they frustrated Jake a little bit when they played at Cambridge last Monday.
And I believe he still finished with 31.
Still had 30. That's what I was going to say. He still had 31, which is crazy.
And that's deflected out of bounds by Bart. It's going to stay possession, Meadowbrook.
I'd venture to say, though, Jake's not going to stay on that 0 for too long.
And now Jonas Stansberry's checked in. So here's the 8th different member of the Bobcats. And Stansberry quickly coming in and say, hey, you know what? You're going to guard Singleton. So it looks like they got the face guard on Jake Singleton here. As Dorsey gets it in the post.
Nice feed. Oh, great pass.
One more to Mail.
That was a good
3
look,
is no good. Dorsey with the board and the putback.
Great ball movement by Meadowbrook. They definitely deserve that bucket.
So Meadowbrook reclaims the lead, 11-10. As Bond has 3 Colts, 2 of them are going to trap him.
Somebody's
open.
open.
Rogers gets it to Stansberry, fakes the pass.
Yeah, Davion Pulaski was both wide open underneath.
Now the 3-corner for Barr, no good, rebounded by Singleton.
Meadowbrook doing a nice job getting past that half-court pressure.
Here's Eibel, corner 3, up and no good. Rebound, it's going to go to Barr as Webster knocks it out of bounds.
I'll tell you what, though.
And now we're going to get another sub as Campbell's checking back in for Stansberry.
Can't say anything about Meadowbrook's looks. They're getting great looks. They just, right now, they just can't drop them. But they've gotten some nice ball movement and getting the looks they want. You figure those shots will eventually start falling down.
And you got to think that a couple of those threes have been in front of the Cambridge bench.
Right.
And maybe there's some chirping going on there. And it's as this one taken, Eibel, no good.
Miss. Reagan Rogers with the rebound. eyeball hearing it from the Cambridge face.
So now Cambridge looking to hold it for the last shot here.
Yep.
Trailing 11-10. Pulaski pulls out, fakes the screen. Now handoff from Campbell to Rogers. Now handoff to Bond. Bond looking. He's got the lane runner up. No good. Jake Singleton's going to get the board, and that's going to do it for an exciting first quarter of
almost
action.
some throwback basketball here with the intensity.
So 8 minutes of action in the books, and the Colts cling to the slimmest of leads, 11-10. So we'll run down our list of sponsors because that'll probably get me to the end of this
the way this is
minute.
going.
We got RHEA, Meadowbrook Teachers Union, FMJ, Indoor Range, the Stemmer Family, Graham Escavating, Westfall Services, Main Screen Printing, Schaefer Insurance Agency, Rick's Place Auto Sales, Downtown Arena, Big Fitz's Barbecue, GMB Roofing, and Jagged Edges Hair Studio. So I think I did that in about 25 seconds.
Yeah, take a breath, Train.
Yeah.
Take a breath.
Take
You're
a
all
breath,
right, bud.
deep
Slow
breath,
down.
get
It's
a
like
drink.
me. It's like me running in here. I tell you what, I got stuck on Country Club. You know, I usually leave my house about 6:25 on game nights, and I did tonight, and got over the hill at Country Club and about ran into somebody. I wasn't expecting it, and I tell you what, I sit in that line outside for almost probably 25 minutes. I pulled over to Brook Elementary School just to park and walked over here, or I probably wouldn't have made opening tip-off. So, but I'll tell you what, when you look in here, this is awesome to see. We got a packed house tonight to watch this rivalry, and here we go, quarter two.
So the winner of this game will play the Maysville Indian Valley winner. We'll try to give updates periodically throughout the night as Webster's going to lift the three. No good, rebounded by Bond. So again, that three in front of that bench.
Just can't get anything to drop on that side. Yeah, going to be a travel.
Charge.
Going to be on Barr.
So
that's Barr's second, too, so that's a big foul, something to keep an eye on here.
Early score.
Can ill afford to lose him.
Indian Valley is leading Maysville 13-9 early in that game.
And there, talk about another old school rivalry, Indian Valley and Meadowbrook. They had some tussles over the years.
And that is the projected, Meadowbrook and Indian Valley be the projected based on seedings victors.
But you got to play the games first.
Yep. Hupp, shot fake, goes to the hole, can't finish. Rebound, Dane Singleton gets it twice, up no good. And it's going to go Cambridge way.
I'll tell you what.
And I think I read something earlier this week. This district, I can't remember if it was in Division II alone or if it was in the state of Ohio, was ranked as the second toughest district.
Yeah, it's
whether it was just Division II or
chock full of good
whole
teams. You figure you look back at you're going to eventually face Tri-Valley's hanging out there, and you got what, New Philly?
You got Tri-Valley, New Philly, East Liverpool.
East Liverpool's good.
And Meadowbrook. Those are your top four, but
some good
but then
squads.
Indian Valley at 5 is not a team to.
Nice move by Pulaski there. Nice little floater.
Hit a pass from Vaughn.
Yeah, it gives Cambridge the lead back. So I'll tell you what, this
they trapped Singleton here at half court.
Yeah, they don't want. That's kind of been a strategy so far. They do not want Singleton beating them. They're daring the other players.
And diving down and he's going to
get
draw
Pulaski on two shots. Nice move by Webster. Somebody, if Jake's not going to be able to get looks, if they're going to double him, somebody's going to be open, and it's going to be up to somebody else. And I tell you what, this is the kind of game that Webster can thrive in.
They were in a little bit of a zone there, and Webster saw the back of the heads when they got into that half spot, took advantage of the cutter, and he's going to be at the line shooting too.
I'll tell you what, over in that corner shooting, it's like a road game. The Cambridge got a lot of fans here tonight, and they are loud.
And Meadowbrook reclaims the lead, 13-12.
It might be one of those games where we say that a lot.
And
Just
you know
seems
what?
like the way it's going so
I'm
far.
okay with that as a fan, getting to see a
Right.
nice battle between two rivals.
Right. Hey, we remember the Meadowbrook Miracle back at Coshocton when Brock Miracle saw an inbound pass and won it for Meadowbrook there. That's one of the most storied games in this rivalry.
And there's going to be a foul on Singleton.
Singleton. I don't think that don't think you mind Campbell shooting there, so one of those ones where you think, I probably should let him go.
So Campbell shooting 2. He knocks down the first to tie it up at 13.
On this weirdest of days,
Yeah,
22.
I was going to say maybe we'll have a tie at 22
Right.
in the second quarter here.
Yeah, it would be fitting.
And Campbell knocks down the second, so his first 2 points of the night. Singleton again out top, getting trapped by
again.
Parsons.
But
and
somebody's open.
gone. Near steal, Singleton step in 3.
There he
The
goes.
drought is over.
Off the schneid, and once he starts, he usually doesn't stop.
So Meadowbrook
It's a
reclaims
nice,
the lead.
yeah, got Bond leaning on his feet and went around him and got the easy look there, so big bucket.
16-14 Meadowbrook. Rogers almost loses it.
He's going, Trayvon's going to tie him up. Nice
It's
job.
gonna be a jump ball.
It's going to stay. But I tell you what, that flips that possession arrow around, so nice job by Trayvon getting down on the dirt.
Maybe that explains why Coach Pertusit wasn't too upset about it being called a jump ball. I
Right.
think he was trying to call the timeout.
Right.
Parsons gets it to Pulaski, hands it off, and there's going to
Yeah,
be a foul on
Dorsey.
Dorsey.
That's Dorsey, I believe, second too, so
Yep.
I like that. That could be costly. You don't want that happening.
Definitely both teams being aggressive in
Yep.
those passing
Yep.
lanes, and
You might-
they're
you
letting
might-
a little bumping go away, and they couldn't let that one go away.
Oh, it's tournament time. You expect that. A lot of times we'll let teams play a little bit rougher in tournament time, which I never have minded seeing that.
Parsons pull up from right elbow, no good. Rebound Dorsey. Jake Singleton gets it tipped away and knocked.
Yeah.
Hupp couldn't retrieve it, and it's going to go Cambridge
I'll tell you what,
way.
when Jake gets the ball, he should just expect it, because that is obviously the strategy tonight. Anytime he has the ball, they're deviling him up. Going to have to figure out a way, if they're going to keep doing that, to get other guys open looks. Maybe give some more on the ball screens for Jake.
Or maybe Jake set some screens for others. If
Right,
Pulaski's
yeah.
shot's no good. Hupp with the rebound.
Touche.
And Dorsey's shot's going to be.
I don't even think
it
he
was
got
a
it
shot.
up.
I think he got it deflected out
Yeah,
of
got
bounds
it
before he
deflected
got
as
it
he
up.
went to go up with the shot.
So it's going to be Meadowbrook possession.
About 4.5 to go. Meadowbrook with the 2-point lead here. Trayvon's wide. They're leaving him wide
And
open in
here's
that
the
corner.
double.
And
a
yeah,
skip.
Webster finds him. You're going to be able to find open shots if they keep that strategy up. Meadowbrook's just got to make him pay. They've had the looks, just can't get him to drop. But if they start
Singleton
falling,
swings it quickly. Hupp driving baseline, little runner, no good. Rebounded by
again.
Bond.
And again, a good look.
And breakaway lay in for Pulaski. Not sure on who the assist
I think it was
was.
Bond.
As I'd say it probably was, writing stuff down there. So tied at 16. Webster with
We got
it.
the sophomore on Jake. Well,
Now
they switch,
Pulaski's
yeah.
on Jake. I don't think they want that matchup.
No.
As Rogers is down, will switch with him. 3 no good by Mail, but rebound Dorsey.
Well,
Shot
that would've
no
been
good,
That would have been a big and one.
but he was fouled.
Yeah, I tell you what, I don't know if it's me, but it just seems like Cambridge has Meadowbrook a little bit out of sorts offensively, because, with Jake not getting his looks and kind of just having to flow a little bit differently tonight. You got to give Cambridge credit where it's due early on.
First shot, no good, as Parker Long's going to check in for Pulaski. So Pulaski with a great minute off the bench there for the Bobcats.
Man, that's rare because Dorsey's a pretty good free throw shooter.
Parsons gets the board for Cambridge. Bond getting the instructions from the Cambridge bench, being guarded by Webster. He gets it to Parsons.
Oh, Rogers rolled off that screen and was wide open. They just missed him.
Rogers being guarded by Singleton. Scoops it over to Bond. He's going to throw up the runner.
That's his favorite shot, is that runner.
Yeah, that is his favorite shot, as Webster's going to get the board off the miss. Jake steps up, three, no good. Rebounded by Hupp, kicks it over to Mayo. And Trayvon's going to pull it out here as he gets it over to Hupp.
Meadowbrook's had several.
To Webster, to Dorsey, lay in, no good. Gets his own board, layup good. Man, so you're talking about Jake having to work. Really, Dorsey's having to work inside this whole time. It seems like they're
Cambridge's defensive pressure has been really good tonight.
Parsons three, no good. Rebounded by Webster.
But as we say that, we've been saying the Meadowbrooks had the shots. They just can't knock them down.
Mayo gets a step baseline.
I'll tell you what,
down.
I think he got bumped a little bit as well. So nice job by Trayvon with the body control to knock that down.
20-16, Meadowbrook's biggest lead since they led 6-0 at the beginning. Rogers from Bond, no good. Long tips it, but Webster runs it down.
This could be big. Oh, that's going to be probably might lead to a timeout. That was Trayvon to Hupp with the three. I know you were looking down, Darren, so trying to help you out, good buddy.
And that was in front of the Cambridge bench there, so that's the first shot they made over in that area.
Right.
And it's going to be 23-16, 1:31 to go in the first half, and you called it, Heath. Timeout Bobcats.
Yep, you could just see it. You know, Meadowbrook, the offensive rebounds is what's saving them here this last little bit. You know, a couple big looks. Romeo's had a few offensive boards. But, yeah, just this quarter alone, Meadowbrook has 5 offensive rebounds. So they are doing a nice job on the glass.
And on the other side, Cambridge is one and done.
Yeah, they've been one and done pretty much. And, you know, you look at the board work of Webster this quarter. Webster has 3 defensive rebounds down there. So when they're down there getting the shots, Webster has been polishing up them boards, giving them only that one look. So right now, I mean, that's the story. I look just quick looking in at the box score here. Meadowbrook is definitely winning the battle of the boards early on.
Score from Indian Valley. The Indian Valley Braves are up 23-13 over Maysville. As Chief Junior Officer Carson Todd walking up in here through the stands.
Yeah, right now Meadowbrook 8 of 26 from the field, Darren. I just kind of was interested in that.
Not very often they shoot that low percentage.
They're pretty much for the season over 50%. So having trouble knocking some down, but here the last minute or two they've been able to hit some big shots. So I think it's going to be on Hupp, and that's the 7th. So no, that's their 5th. My bad. I was looking at Cambridge, and so still 2 away.
Rogers, the trigger man, gets it in to Bond, gets it back to Rogers. Rogers looking around. He's looking to drive. Didn't see Parsons on the low block there.
Yeah, just that little half spot almost. Webster was looking to jump at. I venture to say if he did knock out, he can dunk, so I could have knocked the house down.
Long with it in the post, looking.
Yeah,
backing down Dane Singleton. Shot blocked and rebounded by Singleton.
Yeah.
And here's Hupp driving down the lane, up and good. Don't know who had the assist. We were both writing stuff down there.
I know Dane had it and outletted it, and then I don't know if he got another pass. So.
And Long's going to lift.
Nice. That was from Reagan.
So Long knocks down the 16.
Yeah, that you looked up there, and Meadowbrook almost with double-digit lead. So they're going to play for the last shot, up 7. So tell you what, this has been a highly entertaining first half.
And unfortunately, we're not going to get our 22-22 tie here in the second quarter on 22-22.
If we did, no, never mind.
I think it's an impossibility now as
That's
Meadowbrook
what
has 25
say.
points.
I looked up, I forgot what they had.
So we'll thank our sponsors during this timeout, the RHEA, Meadowbrook Teachers Union, FMJ Indoor Range, the Stimmer family, Graham Excavating, Westfall Services, Main Screen Printing, Schaefer Insurance Agency, Rick's Place Auto Sales, Downtown Arena, Big Fitz's Barbecue, GMB Roofing, and Jagged Edges Hair Studio. So we appreciate those 12 sponsors helping us provide the live stream for you tonight.
So what do you think so far?
It's definitely been more surprising than what I expected as far as the tempo. I kind of expected Cambridge, if it was playing this tempo, I expected it to be a lot higher scoring game. As far as the tempo, both teams have kind of been a little, I don't know if it's nerves, because obviously probably a lot of these guys on both sides haven't been in this position as far as a basketball game, we should say, because obviously
I think you're onto something there, because when you look, they had 4 and 5 turnovers each in the first quarter, just one apiece this quarter, so they have settled down a little bit. But I do agree with you on that, Darren. The nerves played a factor for sure early on.
As Hupp skips it across, 3 in front of Cambridge bench, no good. Ball's going to stay Meadowbrook possession as Cambridge tips it out. So and that's going to be a 3 from Hupp.
Oh, man,
no good.
Almost. So 25-18.
So Meadowbrook outscoring the Bobcats 14-8 in that second quarter to take the 25-18 halftime lead. So just like everybody here in the stadium or the gym, we'll take a break and be back with first half statistics and analysis here on the KGP Network. Welcome back, Meadowbrook High School. We're just under 4 minutes till the beginning of the second half.
Jenna.
And Meadowbrook on top 25-18. So looking down, individual scoring first for the visiting Bobcats. Leading the way, Davion Barr and Levin Pulaski with 4 points each. With 3 points each, Reagan Rogers and Caleb Bond. And with 2 points apiece, Caleb Campbell and Parker Long. So looking over at the host, Meadowbrook Colts, leading the way with 8 points each in the first half. Josh Hupp and Trayvon Mayo. With 4 points, Romeo Dorsey. With 3 points, which has to be a season low for first half points at 3 points, Jake Singleton. And with 2 points, Drew Webster. So Meadowbrook on top 25-18 here. Looking down at some area scores, John Glenn leads Claymont 35-20. That's in the third quarter. Martins Ferry is, actually West Muskingum is leading Martins Ferry 32-24 at the half. Caldwell is leading Frontier 32-17 at the half. At the half, Morgan is leading Fort Fry 39-19. Those are just some score. Halftime score, Ridgewood 39, Coshocton 20. And Buckeye Local leads Buckeye Trail 27-25. Another halftime score, Riverview's leading St. Clairsville 28-27. At the half, that was a halftime score we saw earlier. Indian Valley 23, Maysville 13. I think that covers a good bit of our teams.
And I'm trying to finish out the stats, Darren. So
I'm trying to milk the clock.
Thank you for doing that, because I tell you what, Cambridge's numbers on their roster are all over the place. They're not numerical, as you know, when we put them in the books, and it made it kind of hard for me tonight. So I'm ready, though.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so shooting-wise, I had Meadowbrook ended up 9 of 29. As we said, very uncharacteristic because they're a 50% shooting team. But where they did their damage was from the three-point line, 5 of 16. Cambridge on the flip side, 7 of 17, 1 of 5 from the line behind the arc. Rebounds, as we said, that is where we're seeing the biggest discrepancy, as Meadowbrook has a 22-10 edge rebounding. So Meadowbrook's leaders on the rebounding side of things, Romeo with 5, Drew Webster with 4, Josh Hupp with 4, Dane Singleton with 3. Cambridge's leader, Caleb Bond with 4. Assists-wise, Meadowbrook with 4. 4 players with just 1. Cambridge the same deal. And then steals, we'll give out the steals. Pulaski has 2. Parsons has 1 for Cambridge's 3. On the flip side, Romeo and Jake each has 1. Blocks, Singleton has 1, and then Pulaski has 1. So there's your team statistics, Darren.
So just in the next time, as we have just about 5 seconds left here, kind of scrolling through, looking at some other area scores. Don't really see any that's of notice. The main one, obviously, Indian Valley is up 23-13 over Maysville, as that's who your winner will face on Saturday night.
And I'll tell you what, I made a mistake on team statistics. Caleb Bond had 4 assists for Cambridge's 5, so wanted to give Caleb a shout out there real quick.
So Meadowbrook possession here to start the second half. As Webster's going to get called for the offensive foul. So just a little bit of a push.
You can get away with them if they're a nudge, but when you extend that arm out like that, as Cambridge's faithful was chanting, you can't do that. So right on cue.
And Campbell made sure he sold
it a
little bit too.
I don't know if it was Vlade Divakic, but close enough. He got the sell.
Campbell being guarded by Singleton, a pair of threes.
Oh, that was
just how they drew it up here. Barr.
Yeah, and I'm telling you what, I think Hupp might have got a little bit of handle on Barr's shot there.
Singleton looking, scoops it out. Webster, three-wing, no good. Rebounded by Barr.
Yeah, and that's big because Cambridge needed Barr back in. As you said, when he went to the Pine, kind of that's when things started unraveling a little bit for Cambridge. Davion has made a lot of progress during his career at Cambridge.
Bond pulls up, free throw line, no good. Rebounded by Mayo. And it's going to be stolen by Bond. Bond to Barr.
And then Romeo with the steal.
So give them both a turnover.
Going to be like the first quarter, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of, these first 4 minutes is kind of danger time for Cambridge trailing.
And Mayo's going to lift the three, no good.
Yet again,
Webster gets the board, and he's swatted
Davion
by
says
Barr.
no.
No soup for you as Bond gets the rebound, puts a shot up, gets the roll off the front, and good. (25-20), 6:10 to go in the third. Webster up top to Hupp. He fakes the three, drives down, finds Dorsey, layup, no good.
Can't buy it.
Rebound by Webster. Out to Singleton. He's going to pull up inside the three-point line, and good.
Yeah, long deuce.
So big bucket there.
Yeah, Jake, that's his 5th point now. So we'll see if he heats up here in the second half.
Bond to Long, looking around. Hands it off to Bond. Bond loses it, stolen by Hupp.
And then
that's by Long.
Long, yeah.
And his layup is up and good.
Takes it into the paint for the easy bucket. So
Parker Long's a guy to watch. Back on Valentine's Day, he had a season high 10 points against the Colts. So he came up with some big moments in that game, and he had a big steal and lay in there to cut it back to 5.
And now they're going to get Parsons with his second foul here. Yeah, I'll tell you what, when I just said a minute ago, Jake with just his 5th point of the night, I alluded to this back when we played Coshocton in the district championship sectional championship one year. We held Davy Brown, Eastern District and ECO Player of the Year to 0 points. So, hey, you can strategize against teams' best players sometimes.
Dorsey being double and triple and quadruple team, puts a shot up, no good, gets his own rebound.
That big fella's fighting, but Barr comes up with the rebound.
I think it was a steal. I think Dorsey lost on the board. That's stolen by Hupp. And Hupp's driving layup, no good. Dorsey with the cleanup, no good. Gets the rebound again, and he's going to be at the line shooting too.
So let's rewind that. Hupp with the original shot, Dorsey with the offensive rebound and put back. Missed it, gets the rebound, and gets fouled on the attempt. So there you go.
2 offensive rebounds, 2 shots for Dorsey.
And Dorsey's stat line's filling up quickly in this opening moment. And they're going to get the foul call on Caleb Bond, his first. I'll tell you what, I might need to get my inhaler out.
So Pulaski and Rogers are going to check back in for the Bobcats. As Long and I don't know who the other, I believe Parsons was the other checked out. Dorsey's second free throw is good.
As we said earlier, he's a good free throw shooter, so now 50% at the line tonight.
Bond being guarded by Singleton.
Yeah, two seniors there, 2 good ball players.
And that one's going to be stolen by Hupp, and here's point 6 and 7.
Yeah, that's as easy as they get for Jake.
Yeah.
So nice steal and assist by Hupp, and that's going to get a Cambridge timeout.
And biggest lead of the night now.
Yeah, a little 6-2 run here.
Biggest lead, 31-22, 9-point lead. So those first 5 points came about as tough as they can be for Jake Singleton, but those last 2 about as I think you and I may have even made that one.
I don't know. Don't put us on the spot. Somebody will ask us to shoot a layup next game.
So 31-22 Meadowbrook. almost halfway through the third.
Go ahead. I know you're going to hit your
Hold on.
sponsors
Thank
up.
the
I know you're
sponsors.
heading there, so I don't want to
So we-
steal the sponsors' thunder.
We'll thank OHSAA, Meadowbrook Teachers Union, FMJ Indoor Range, the Stemmer family, Graham Excavating, Westfall Services, Main Screen Printing, Schaefer Insurance Agency, Rick's Place Auto Sales, Downtown Arena, Big Fitz's Barbecue, G&B Roofing, and Jagged Edges Hair Studio. So there we go, Heath.
As I said, I said at the outset, the first 4 minutes for Cambridge was going to be, where they needed to make their move, because if they let Meadowbrook get a little distance on them, it was going to be hard to pull off this upset tonight. And so far, Meadowbrook has extended that lead a little bit here. So Cambridge down 9. They haven't been down double digits, but they're flirting, so they're going to need a big bucket here.
So third quarter action, Indian Valley is on top 37-28 over.
And nice, that's a steal there by Dane. Nice poke. And then turn around right back by Bond. So they kind of got sleep. Bond caught him sleepwalking and takes it in for 2. So dodged bullet there.
So 31-24. Hupp hands it off to Eibel. Over to Webster, who hands it off to Singleton. Singleton step back, passes the corner to Hupp, looking around, almost loses it, gets it over to Eibel. Now Singleton's going to throw up the runner off the glass at the left elbow.
You talk about going from easy to hard. Jeez. Great shot by Jake.
And like we said, he scores in a multitude of ways, and
Man.
that runner at the elbow is not one we see a lot, as Bond's shot
Goes over the top.
is no good. It's going to be a rebound to Meadowbrook. So Meadowbrook has a chance here to go up double digits for the first time. As they quickly get it moved around, as Hupp's looking to drive.
Yeah, reach in. I think they're going to get.
They're going to call 2 shots here.
Was on Campbell on the reach in as he was going up. Yeah, Campbell. Yep, that's his second. So. You see, Hupp has 8 points, so he can cash these. It'll be maybe our first double-digit scorer of the night.
And there's point number 9.
Pretty evenly distributed tonight between both teams. When you look down and see Bond with just 7, he and Jake both have kind of been bottled up by the defense tonight. It's been a good defensive game by both teams so far.
And off the back iron, no good. Pulaski runs down the board.
Yeah, that's a big get.
So the Meadowbrook did claim the double-digit lead, as Bond's going to drive, and he's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, they're going to get Webster.
Webster.
Yeah. If Webster would have stayed put, I think he had the charge, but he moved just at the last second. So. Cambridge, that's what they want. They want to score with no time ticking off here.
First free throw is good from Bond. Dorsey's checking in for Dane Singleton.
Dane's done a nice job tonight. Got 3 rebounds, a block, a steal, so Dane's done good in his limited action.
And the second free throw is good from Bond. Now Bobcats applying a little full court pressure.
The first time we've seen this tonight.
1-2-2 press. Meadowbrook beats it easily. As Singleton being guarded by Rogers, gets in the paint. Scoop, layup, no good. Dorsey rebound, puts it back in.
Dominant on the glass tonight.
I think that's the 4th or 5th rebound just this quarter for Dorsey.
I can tell you in a second. 4 and all, 5. Yeah, 4 and all offensive.
Rogers to Bond, front of the Cambridge bench, skips it across to Campbell. He's looking to drive.
Yeah, Trayvon knew he was going left with it.
Picked his pocket, but he tries crossing it over.
Back. So again, as I said, the first quarter, both teams struggled a little bit with the turnovers. This quarter, I have them with 6 and 5 so far. So little helter-skelter here in this third quarter.
Rogers being guarded by Mayo here. Gets it over to Jeffrey. Fires one to Pulaski, but off his hands. Campbell retrieves it, who gets it to Rogers. And now Rogers
He
looking around, and
didn't want no part of Dorsey.
Bond in the paint, kicks it out the bar. 3, no good. Rebounded by Jake Singleton.
And Meadowbrook will pull it out, set things up. Smart Coach Jeffrey knowing they need to get a basket here, keep extending this lead. No rush. Leading 10 with 1:29 to go here in the third.
Trayvon in the top of the paint.
Good
no
look.
good.
Yeah,
Rebounded
good look,
by
though.
Barr. Bond over to Campbell. Campbell looking, doesn't see anything. He's going to pass it up top
they're
to
lucky
Barr.
Jake
Almost.
didn't. I was gonna say, lucky Jake didn't jump that.
Looks like Parsons and Eibel getting ready to check in for the respective teams. Blonde over to Barr. Rogers, 3, top of the key. Front iron, no good. Rebounded by Jake Singleton. He's going to draw the foul. So it's a 4th team foul on Cambridge.
And that was on Pulaski, I believe.
Singleton over to Webster. Webster crosses the timeline, passes it to Eibel. So Meadowbrook going to hold it for this last shot. They're pulling it out. Webster's looking, checking to see if he's got the count. Passes it over to Singleton. Now it's just playing a little keep away here for Meadowbrook before they get into their set.
And 15 seconds to go here. See if they get Jake a screen.
And there's a double. Jake step back 3, no good. Rebounded Webster. Pull up is no good.
That's been huge.
Bond with the board is long. Oh, he nails it, but it's after the whistle.
Yes.
Wow, Bond with a full court 3 splashes it, but unfortunately for him, after the whistle. So we're going to head to the 4th quarter with Meadowbrook on top, 36-26. So we'll thank our sponsors, RHEA, Meadowbrook Teachers Union, FMJ, Indoor Range, the Stimmer Family, Graham Excavating, West Falls Services, Main Screen Printing, Schaefer Insurance Agency, Rick's Place Auto Sales, Downtown Arena, Big Fitz's Barbecue, G&B Roofing, and Jagged Edges Hair Studio. So we've got 8 minutes of action left here, Heath. What's going to be a key for both teams for Meadowbrook to preserve this lead, one, and on the other hand, what's Cambridge got to do to come back in this game?
I think one of the biggest things is just take care of the basketball. If Cambridge want to battle back into this, they're just going to have to take care of the basketball, and they're going to have to find a way to get Bond some shots in this quarter. One of the biggest things is Meadowbrook has got a lot of second chance opportunities tonight. Fortunately, for Cambridge, Meadowbrook has missed a lot of those opportunities. So Cambridge is going to have to do a better job of boxing out, getting Meadowbrook just one shot and get Bond involved. Like I said, take care of the basketball. On the flip side for Meadowbrook, kind of a similar story. They just got to get Jake the ball, let their senior leader put things into his hands, and just, you got to make Cambridge come to you. They don't have to force the issue up double digits here. So Meadowbrook, just be patient and let the game come to them in this 4th quarter.
So Indian Valley leading Maysville 44-34 as the shot by Barr is up and good.
I'll tell you what, I thought they were going to call a travel because he shuffled, but they're going to call the bump on Dorsey. So
well, that's a good way to come back in. It is getting an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Yeah, that's huge. I did not think the call was going to be that, but I tell you what, big shot by Barr there. And he cashes,
Barr is a kid who can single-handedly bring this Bobcats team back. Well,
and there's
Cambridge fans saw it in the game against Strasburg. He had a great 4th quarter to send that game to OT. As Pulaski's going to fire the 3.
If I would have went down, Cambridge would have went nuts.
Singleton
And he stole it.
Rebounded by, well, he tried tapping it back in. Rogers is going to get the board.
Rogers.
On the missed Pulaski three. Pulaski has hit a couple threes this year, so he's not afraid to shoot it from out there. As Bond scoop, no good, rebounded by Rogers. Parsons driving, shot, no good, but he's at the line shooting two.
I'll tell you what, Cambridge is being the early aggressor here in the fourth quarter. So just like that, they knock East down. They've cut that deficit in half in just 49 seconds.
And we're going to have a Meadowbrook timeout here.
Pretty smart timeout by Coach Jeffrey.
So Meadowbrook wants the timeout as Cambridge has an opportunity.
Coach Jarrett, I don't know why I said Jeffrey there.
So Meadowbrook has the opportunity to cut this to, or excuse me, Cambridge, there's number 3, has an opportunity to cut this to a 2-possession game with the 2 free throws from Parsons. So it looks like it's going to be just a 30-second timeout. Update from it, Janaden Hutton, and Valley leading 44-39.
And you look at the last quarter, you know, it's kind of surprising to me, this game right now. Cambridge just hit 3 field goals last quarter, you know, and you'd figure that Meadowbrook would have kind of ran away and hid in that quarter there. But fortunately for Cambridge, they only hit 4 goals. So kind of just been really surprising to see some of the things going on here tonight. Meadowbrook won the game. Now I have them just 13 of 44, so very rare for them off night. So I think he was going to take some of those things by the Colts to help Cambridge get this win tonight. So right now the recipe's there for Cambridge to pull this off. And
Parsons is true on both free throws, and we got ourselves a 5-point game.
Like I said, just like that, 49 seconds, they cut the 10-point to 5. So
yeah, in less than a minute. It was 10 at the start of the quarter, so now we just passed the 7-minute mark. And they've
Cambridge got the momentum. That student section's back in it. And tell you what, it's been loud in here, though, from the start tonight.
Singleton, here comes the trap. Mayo fakes the 3, decides to pull it out, gets it over to Singleton. Screen from Webster. And here's the trap again. And he finds Hupp, who's guarded by Pulaski. Now Mayo with it. Back over to Hupp. Hupp crosses it over, loses it. Woo! And we're going to have a travel.
Yeah.
And I was about to say
that was a good call because he rolled over. Yeah, rolled over. So I thought the ref was going to miss it, but yeah, great call there. So here we go again, Cambridge.
Reagan Rogers over to Parsons, guarded by Singleton, hands it off to Bond. To Parsons, open 3, no good. Pulaski tries saving it.
Jake. That's strictly Jake right there. Yeah, that's Will right there.
And a big,
that was
big
huge
possession right there for both teams. Parsons knocks down that 3. The lid from the opposite side of us may have came off of this gym as Cambridge fans would have erupted. And then Jake, like you said, just willing to get that rebound.
And I'm telling you what, there was 3 Cambridge players that are battling him, so he was not going to give that rebound up. That's Bond's 3rd foul, too, by the way.
So Mayo with it. Hands it off to Jake Singleton in the paint. And he loses it, stolen by Barr. Barr is going to throw it away.
Airmail's won. And right now, both teams now with 13 turnovers on the game.
And here's Singleton getting trapped, has to give it away to Webster. Webster's going to cross the timeline. Picked up by Bond. And we're going to have a foul here. Yeah. And I believe it's going to be an offensive foul on Hupp.
Hupp. I thought Way Rogers reacted. I thought they were going to get him on a defensive call, but we're going to call Hupp on one. So Meadowbrook, we're just 2.5 minutes in, and they've got 4 turnovers, so they have not been able to get anything going offensively. They have 0 looks.
Yeah, I was going to say no field goal.
Yeah, no looks and 4 turnovers. That's not what Coach Jared wanted in this quarter when they were leading 10. So Cambridge, they're right there still. Now Meadowbrook picking up some pressure.
Cambridge
looks like Barr's going to be able to bring it across.
And threads the needle. Campbell open three, no good. Over and out of bounds. Team rebound to Meadowbrook. So another big open three opportunity for the Bobcats doesn't fall.
Campbell and Parsons both with 3 looks that, like you say, that would have sent the Cambridge faithful into a frenzy.
Up, being guarded by Parsons.
Hit it off Parsons' noggin, I think.
Reverse layup, Dorsey, no good. It's going to go Cambridge way.
It's a nice move by Dorsey, but just couldn't get it to fall. Kind of got Barr on his hip and just went baseline on him.
Oh, boy.
Oh, close.
And up with the steal.
Yeah,
He loses it, and it's back. Man, how many times have we seen that tonight?
At least the fourth. That's at least the 4th time that I can remember that they've gone back and forth like that.
One team gets a steal and then 2 seconds later hands it back. Hupp had possession, just couldn't quite get it under control. Bond being guarded by Singleton. He's in the paint. Shot up, blocked by Jake. Singleton. Fight for the rebound. Bond comes down with it. Campbell with the 3, and he gets one to fall. So finally a big open 3 falls for the Bobcats here as it's a 2-point ball game. Singleton breaks it, decides to pull it out 36-34.
Halfway through this quarter, yeah.
And Singleton over to Dorsey. Shot blocked by Pulaski.
Man. I'll tell you what, this is unbelievable. Meadowbrook still scoreless in this quarter. Needing a bucket in the worst way. They need to get Jake the ball.
So I think you're still right. There is no player in double figures as Jake goes baseline.
Yeah.
Shot no good.
Dorsey, huge rebound.
And oh my gosh. Reverse layup, finger roll from Singleton.
Oh my goodness.
And he's going to the line to shoot one more to get the 3-point play.
How did that go in? Unbelievable. That's Pulaski's 3rd. Holy smokes. How did he use able to will his body to the basket and keep that balance? Unbelievable shot. So, but again, let's give Dorsey credit getting that offensive board, because that's the reason why Jake got that look. So, what a game.
So 38-34. It looks like Singleton will be at the line, shooting a free throw. And the officials here during this timeout have had been talked to as Coach Pertusset was talking to one official, and now JV Coach Nichols is over there talking with the officials now for Meadowbrook. So
yes, they saw there was something that the Cambridge staff didn't like. I don't know if they thought Romeo went over the back on that offensive board. I don't know what they were, I shouldn't say complaining, because we don't know that they were complaining, but discussing, that would be the better, more choice word.
They were just voicing their concerns.
Yes.
So Jake Singleton's going to be at the line here.
Yeah, 3:47 remaining here. So it looks like both teams still with 2 timeouts as well. So
and the free throw is good.
Jake.
Back to a 5-point game. Bond over to Barr. Barr high post to Pulaski. Pulaski over to Parsons. Doesn't use the screen. Scoops it over to Barr. He gets it over to Bond. Being guarded by Jake Singleton. Gets the ball screen. Bond thought about it. Drives to the hoop. Left hand
Blocked
layup.
by Jake, yeah.
And not happy about it is.
But I tell you what, from down here it looked clean to me. So, or up here, I should say.
Mayo.
Didn't see any body on it. Looked clean.
Webster back to Mayo. Over to Jake Singleton, top of the key. Or top, almost half court, I should say. So he looks to drive, stops, pulls it back out.
Up 5. There's no reason to press the issue. Just maybe make Cambridge come out and start fouling you.
And a big play by the Bobcats.
Nope, didn't turn it over. Still never lost it.
But Hupp comes down with it, gets it to Singleton,
Yeah,
and he's
get
fouled.
And that's going to be the 7th, so they're going to the line. Jake would go for a 1-and-1. And that's Pulaski's 4th, so that's the first player with 4 fouls in this contest. Pulaski with 4, Bond with 3, and on Meadowbrook's side, Dorsey with 3. So it's your only players
And
really in any
Webster
kind of
with
foul
3
issues.
as well.
Yeah, Webster, that's right.
So Jake at the line for 1-and-1. And he cashes in on the first. Parker Long's going to check in for Caleb Campbell. And he knocks down the second, so Jake now with 14 points.
And their Meadowbrook's last 5 points, the only 5 points of this quarter. So kind of extended it back out to 7 after the big Caleb Campbell 3 cut it to 2.
Barr looking, gets in the paint, left hand shot, no good.
Pulaski
Rebound Pulaski, and he's going to draw a foul. Should be on the floor.
Yeah, on the floor, but big. Tell you what, Davion was down there using his post moves and his body. Good job to get that shot off. It looks like they were going to call that on Webster's 4th.
There, Caleb Bond realizes, oh, we need somebody to pass this ball in for us. And he's looking, still looking. Gets it to Pulaski. Pulaski layup, left hand, good.
Probably smart by Dorsey not to foul him there, as Pulaski pretty much had the block.
Back to a 5-point game. 2:10 to go, 41-36 Colts. Colts possession. Up to Mayo. Over to Singleton, and we're going to have a foul on Bond.
Send Jake to the line again.
And again, if you're going to foul, probably one of the last men in the state of Ohio that you want to foul is Jake Singleton.
Yeah, I believe that he's over a 90% free throw shooter from the line.
And his first free throw is good.
We almost jinxed him there.
And, and the funny thing is, if he missed that, Jake was the only one that was going for that rebound.
Yeah.
It was a one-on-one situation.
I think he would have got the rebound and an easy putback. So.
And he misses the second. Long with the rebound.
And a 6-point lead with under 2 now. So we're down to crunch time.
Indian Valley's up over Maysville 52-47. Not sure if that's final or not.
Yeah, so Maysville made a nice little run. Almost a 5 count there.
1:40 to go. Colts by 6. Still a 2-possession game.
Pulaski with the high ball screen there.
Parsons out to Pulaski looking. He's going to try driving, spin, step through, loses it.
Yeah, that's a steal, Jake. Huge turnover by Cambridge. Yeah, and that's a smart thing. Just pull it out.
And now Bond's got to realize he's got 4 fouls. I thought he was going to pick up that 5th there.
There's Pulaski's 5th, so Pulaski will check out of this ball game.
Yep, so Pulaski's going to foul out there. His 5th foul.
And that's the team's 9th, so still just a 1-on-1 situation here. So see if Hupp can knock this down. Meadowbrook 2-possession ball game. If Hupp can knock this first down, it'd be big because that extended out to a 3-possession game. Matt Hissam over here talking to the scoreboard. Now, yeah, there Pulaski was on the block, so he's letting you know that that was 5, fella.
So Cambridge is going to make sure they use the entire 30 seconds they have.
Yeah. Hey, if you got it, use it.
So Pulaski's going to finish his night with 6 points and just countless hustle plays. As Hupp's first free throw is good.
That's a big one.
Extends it to 7. Now it's a 3-possession game. And he knocks down the other. So Meadowbrook hitting the free throws here.
And that puts Hupp in double digits for the game with 11.
Bonds going to draw the foul.
Did anybody hit him? I would like to see that again. I think he just clutched it, and I thought Jake pulled way off of him. That's interesting.
And he gets the bounce on the front iron, knocks it down, brings it back to a 7-point game. 1:11 to go. Knocks down the second free throw. So now Bond has joined the double figures club with 11.
Yeah, he's their leading scorer. Tell you what, this is sure reminiscent of the old Cambridge Meadowbrook games when they used to duke it out in the ECOL. Low scoring and lots of drama. Lead changes early. And then you look on that bench, you see old Paul Eric and Holgie Holdren, longtime Gene Ford assistants, couple legends. Great guys, too.
And then
great
former Gene Ford assistant and Mike Andrews on the other side.
Mike Andrews on this side, so
and a legend on and himself on Meadowbrook side with Dan Schwederman.
So there are all kinds of coaching legends in this gymnasium tonight. And there might be a few in the crowd that scouting that we don't even know about. So,
yeah, and the crazy thing that we've never mentioned on the air, every one of the coaches on Meadowbrook's staff has been a varsity head coach.
Yeah, because Andrew Nichols was.
Andrew Nichols was there for, I believe, a couple years at Shenandoah, their head coach. Obviously, Coach Jarrett, his first year here as Meadowbrook's head coach, was the girls' coach last year.
Right, and Andrews
at Cambridge, and of course Schwederman, longtime
Holgie Holdren was a head coach at Buckeye Trail and South Carolina. Now, PA, I'm not sure. I'm thinking he might have been up at Claymont or somewhere at one point, somewhere along his coaching career.
He was the head baseball man for sure.
I know that, yeah. So, head coach. So as we were sitting here rattling stuff off, we missed something here. Somebody got it looks like a foul call.
Hupp's going to be shooting 2
here. Caleb Campbell got the foul probably on the inbound, and Hupp's going to go to the line for a pair. So,
and so looking at that was final. Indian Valley 52-47. So
this is
the winner of this game is going to play Indian Valley at a site to be determined.
So again, this is a big free throw to get that back out to a 3-possession ball game.
Another exciting
game
on here is Riverview and St. Clairsville tied at 62 as they're going to overtime.
I remember Meadowbrook played St. Clairsville here last year in the tournament. Pretty convincing
Bond win. Shot no good, but he's going to the line to shoot too.
Jake's third. I'm sure Coach Jarrett is telling him, hey, we don't need no fouls there. Just let him put them up. Let that clock keep running.
Cambridge only has 1 timeout, so they can only stop that clock one more time.
Definitely don't want to help him here.
And Bond hits the first.
Especially with Bond, that's the guy you don't want at the line for Cambridge.
And Meadowbrook's going to use the timeout. So Stansberry's checking in for Bond, so that's why he won't be in the game, as we saw Coach Petrusek motion that he's the shooter. 56.9 seconds left. 45-39 Colts. We saw Cambridge have 5 quick points to start this quarter to cut a 10-point deficit to a 5-point deficit. So there's definitely plenty of time. Both teams 1 timeout apiece. We'll thank our sponsors, RHA Meadowbrook Teachers Union. FMJ Indoor Range, the Stemmer family, Graham Excavating, Westfall Services, Main Screen Printing, Schaefer Insurance Agency, Rick's Place Auto Sales, Downtown Arena, Big Fitz's Barbecue, G&B Roofing, and Jagged Edges Hair Studio. So looking at some more scores, and it looks like West Muskingum wins a thriller 55-54 over Martins Ferry.
All kinds of good tournament action tonight.
Ridgewood defeated Coshocton 70-51.
I know Woody Biggs told me that Trail had a game tonight too, so maybe get the listeners and see what they did.
I haven't seen anything yet on it. I saw they were trailing by 2 at the half as Bond knocks down the second.
Give Coach Biggs a shout, probably the JV District Coach of the Year, as Trail was, I know, 19-0, lost their last game, but tell you what, man, from where they were at to what he did with them.
And that was a
steal by Davey on bar, and assist over to Parsons.
And we got
and then Meadowbrook throws it away. Wow. Wow. Wow.
So 45-42.
Yeah, Meadowbrook is just, tell you what, just if you can think about one thing here, a lot of people was ripping on Cambridge's coach for jumping Meadowbrook, but I tell you what, here we sit. Here we sit. One possession game with 36 seconds to go.
Bond being guarded by Webster, and we're going
timeout. Yeah, they're lucky because I think Webster was going to get called for the foul there. He kind of ran over.
Yeah, and I thought they were going to call a foul.
Right.
That timeout's huge because that is the final timeout for Cambridge, and
don't want no Chris Webber stuff happening here.
It is a 30-second timeout, but we don't want to fight over a timeout like Juwan Howard does either.
No, we don't need no Juwan and Wisconsin incidents up in here. That was unbelievable, I tell you what.
Yes.
Wow. I mean, not just because it was a Michigan guy. You know, I never really, even though Juwan was a Michigan guy, he never really bothered me, to tell the truth. Back then, I didn't like Jalen or Chris Webber. But I'll tell you what, anytime you do something like that, I imagine that Coach Howard should definitely be suspended for the rest of the season.
And he
some
got
people
5 games.
Some people calling it for his head, but 5 games I thought should have been for the season.
Well, the funny thing is, when it first came out, it said on ESPN he was suspended for the season. And then later
there's your first problem. Listen to anything ESPN says.
Well, and then on their bottom line, it said suspended for the rest of the regular season. So they don't even know which way they're going. Here's Bond.
Nice D by Drew, yeah.
In the paint looking, steps
switch
glass, good.
Nice.
And Jake's going to hold this one. He's going to make Cambridge come out and foul him.
Yep. That might be Bond's last. It is.
Yeah.
He's out.
So that's probably the guy you're going to go to for that last second shot.
That's huge. Yep, and like you said, not the guy they wanted to line. I tell you what, we might call games for Meadowbrook all season long, but we're fans too. And I mean, you have to tip your hat off to Cambridge tonight, because they have really come into here, and you know, a big underdog playing a rival. Meadowbrook 19-3. They have left it all out on the floor, and they have nothing to be ashamed about here. And it's still, I mean, the game's not over yet. So I mean.
And you got to give a tip of a hat to Caleb Bond. That kid's the heart and soul of this Cambridge basketball team.
Great player.
A senior.
He from where he came from as a freshman, sophomore, to where he came as a senior, you know, he worked his tail off, and he deserved it and earned it. So here we go. Can Cambridge send this to OT? Campbell's the guy they want. Got Trayvon in the air. Yeah, got Trayvon in the air. That's going to be it. Yeah, wow.
And Campbell was kind of lost a little bit there. Didn't know if he wanted to shoot the three or jump into the defender to draw the foul, as Meadowbrook
dodges one.
Yeah, escapes, dodges, adverts.
Whatever you want to,
Pick your favorite
Houdinis.
word to throw in there.
I like Houdinis. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, they Houdini their way to a 47-44
Cambridge
victory. And, I mean, you got to give credit to the team in orange and white and the team in blue and white. Both teams, outstanding effort. People who were in attendance, they didn't need their full seat because they were on the edge the whole game. People who were watching at home, they were probably standing and yelling. And what a ball game! And congratulations to both teams. Unfortunately for Cambridge, their season's going to end at 6-17. Meadowbrook's going to pick up win number 20 on the year.
Probably their hardest earned victory of the year, I would say.
Yeah.
The Riverview game here, remember that they played, or the New Lex game, That New Lex game, I think it was a 3-point win, and that was a tussle. But I tell you what, you know, in a rivalry game like this, I mean, anything goes, and wow.
Meadowbrook's learning to win these close games as their game at Zanesville on Friday night was
big win.
Was a battle where they were actually trailing at the half and came back and won. The down in New Lex was a battle, came back in Meadowbrook came back and won.
When you're one of the top dogs in the district, you know
you're going to get the best.
You're going to get the best from people, and you know something. I still think there's some teams out there that don't respect Meadowbrook quite the way they should. I think a lot of people think it's Jake Singleton and then some, you know what I mean, and the rest, or however you want to say it. But I tell you what, this team, you know, when you look early on, I mean, Jake finished with 17, and let's be honest, it was a quiet 17. But when you look at
low 17,
you look at what you know what Romeo was able to do on the glass, and at times, I mean, Webster, same thing on the glass. I mean. You know, Meadowbrook, there's just some big moments outside of, you know, just Jake tonight. But that tells me something, too. This team can win even without its star going off with you know, a big output. So, but again, Jake, 17 points. I mean, what can you say about him tonight? You know, when you're having a tough night and being double-teamed. I mean, he was doubled all night long. So, I mean, but, yeah, we'll probably go to break and be back. So,
yeah, so we're going to go to break. We'll stay here with the video as they're going to present the Meadowbrook basketball team with a sectional title, and we'll take a quick break and figure out the statistics and be back after this break.
Singleton as the all-time career points leader in Meadowbrook high school history. The previous mark, which was set by Devin in 2002, was 1,341 points. Last Tuesday at the varsity boys basketball game at New Lexington, Jake scored 20 points to overtake Bob Lucas as the all-time career points leader in Rolling Hills history.
welcome back to Meadowbrook High School. So if you were still watching, you got to see an outstanding presentation as the athletic director, Jeff Wheeler, was announcing Jake Singleton, the all-time leading scorer in Meadowbrook history and Rolling Hills history, because the former all-time scorer before the school consolidated into Meadowbrook, all the schools consolidated into Meadowbrook, Bob Lucas was the all-time leading scorer from 1963 to 1966, and then Devin Singleton was the all-time leading scorer just in Meadowbrook, and this year Jake had the luxury of passing both of them and is now the all-time leading scorer in Meadowbrook and Rolling Hills history. What a thrilling ball game. Meadowbrook, as Heath said, Houdini's their way to a 47-44 victory over the Cambridge Bobcats. Wow is all you can say about this one. And before we even get into the stats, you've got to say thanks to the Cambridge Bobcats, and especially their 8 seniors, as their high school basketball careers ended tonight. Got to go down the list. Caleb Bond, Levin Pulaski, Cole Parsons, Adam Smith, Caleb Campbell, Drew Yonico, Parker Long, and Jonah Stanberry. What a group of 8 seniors. And I'm sure if you talk to Coach Perdisette, he probably talks about how important they were to really not only help him build this program back to where they want it to be, but to kind of get his message through to the younger guys, and that they're going to be a group that obviously he's going to remember, and Cambridge faithful are going to remember for a long time. And what an outstanding effort by the Bobcats. So looking down the scoring, we'll start with the visiting Bobcats. They were led by senior Caleb Bond, who had 15 points. Davion Barr finished with 7. Levin Pulaski had 6. Caleb Campbell finished with 5. With 4 points each, Cole Parsons and Parker Long. And with 3 points, Reagan Rogers. Over to scoring on the Meadowbrook side. Held to a shockingly season-low points, 17 points, which we would like to just have that in a career, let alone one game, was Jake Singleton. Yeah. So his previous low, I think, was 18 against DeSales, but still 17 points in the way that there's 5 or 4. Cambridge was guarding. He had to earn all 17 of those. With 12 points, Josh Hupp. With 8 points each, Romeo Dorsey and Travion Mayo. And chipping in 2 points was Drew Webster. So a great battle here between the two Guernsey County rivals. People who are in attendance got their money's worth, and the people who watched at home, you got to see probably a KGP classic for sure. So that's the individual scoring. Heath, let's see the team and individual statistics.
Okay, yeah, for shooting-wise, as we talked about throughout the game, Meadowbrook uncharacteristically tonight, 14 of 48. Like we said, we're used to seeing them shoot 50%, and to see them shoot about 30%. Very rare for them as a team. But again, credit to Cambridge, defensively, they did a lot of things well, especially on Jake a lot there, jumping him, double teaming throughout the night, making a lot of tough shots for Meadowbrook. But 14 of 48, 5 of 19 from three-point land. And something interesting, I can't remember Meadowbrook going a half without a 3, and they didn't have any in that second half. So very surprising there. So that's one of your whoop moments there. So as far as Cambridge on the flip side, 15 of 37 from the field, 2 of 13 beyond the arc. Meadowbrook, they just continued that domination on the glass, and one of their biggest reasons they were able to pull off this win tonight was because of their glass work. They had a 40-19 edge on the glass. I had to go through it and count it twice to make sure I didn't miss anything, but I had the same number twice. So tell you what, 40 rebounds for Meadowbrook. That might be a season high for them. I had Romeo Dorsey, with 10. So nice job by the big fella tonight. Drew Webster with 9. Jake Singleton was 7. So, all 3 of those guys doing a nice job down low. For Cambridge, as I said, they had 19. Their leader, Caleb Bond, was 7, and then Davion Barr with 4. As far as assists, Meadowbrook finished the night with 6 assists. Hupp, only guy with 2. And then on the flip side, Cambridge with 7 assists. Caleb Bond with 5. So, I mean, I tell you what, you know, the points, what'd you say he had with point-wise trained?
15.
That's what I was thinking, 15, 7, and 5. So, solid night for Bond. Just an impressive young man.
Made some big free throws late to bring the Bobcats back in the game
I'll be sad not to see him play as an opponent next year. So it's been fun to watch him play this year, especially, as I said, his growth. So hats off if his family's listening out there or any of the Cambridge faithful still. But as far as steals go, Meadowbrook had 10 steals on the night. Hupp, their leader, with 4, and then Dorsey and Singleton with 2 apiece. For Cambridge, they ended up with 9 steals. Davion Barr with 4 and Bond with 2. As far as blocks, Meadowbrook 3. Jake had 2. Remember, both of those coming in the fourth quarter when the game was very still close and up in the balance. Jake had 2 awesome defensive stops down there low. And then in the first half, remember, Dane had 1. So for Cambridge, they had 3 blocks as well. Levin Pulaski had 2, and Davion Barr with 1. As far as turnovers go, both teams, a little at times a little sloppy, especially that first and third quarters. But then the second and fourth not as much. But 16 turnovers for Meadowbrook, 15 for Cambridge. So there are your team stats for this evening.
And I believe you said it at the beginning of the live stream. It doesn't matter how much you win by, just win because it's tournament time.
No matter.
And that's what Meadowbrook can say.
Not their prettiest game of the season. I mean, I'm sure Coach Jarrett and I'm sure the team will tell you. But you know what? I bet they kind of expected a little bit of this tonight, because I tell you what, I watched that game on ABC Communications the other night at Cambridge, and I tell you what, it was kind of a similar game. Cambridge forced Meadowbrook to play their game, and when it's a rivalry, sometimes that happens. You've seen over the years a lot of different rivalry games, the upsets that happened, and not just at the high school level, but that goes all the way up to college and the pro ranks. So you can always throw them records out, but I'll tell you what, Cambridge is a lot better than their record indicates, and I wish they had about another half a season to go, because I'll tell you what, that team was getting better as the season ended. And, I know that, Cambridge has a lot of expectations. Let's be honest. I mean, Coach Ford laid the groundwork for that program, and it may never be matched again. I mean, it's hard to replace a legend no matter where you go. But, I'll give, their head coach, I'll give head coach Kyle Pertusit a lot of credit, because, it can't be easy listening to the chirping sometimes from the armchair coaches and things. But, when I can look at a team and say, hey, we watched them here earlier this year, and I saw them the other night, and then tonight. This is the third time I've seen Cambridge, and I can, without a shadow of a doubt, say they got better as the season went on. And that's a testament to their coaching, honestly. So, I hats off to them. But let's go back over to the flip side with Meadowbrook. You look at Meadowbrook, and man, they opened the fourth quarter with a 10-point lead, and as we said, Meadowbrook called a timeout at the 7-11 mark. Cambridge had cut it to 5, and then remember, Parsons and Campbell each had 3 looks and missed them. And then Campbell finally hit the 3 to cut it to 2. And all of a sudden, this place, you could feel the tension growing, especially on this side of the court where we sit. It was getting close, but then all of a sudden, Meadowbrook, Jake then scores 5 alone, and then Meadowbrook used an 8-2 to run to build that lead back up to an 8-point lead. And, that kind of seemed like that was the difference. But there again, Cambridge there towards the end, they got it close again. It was down 2 after a Bond bucket. So, I just felt like when Meadowbrook was up 10 to start the fourth, I kind of felt like, I thought maybe this is where Meadowbrook finally puts the nail in the coffin. But, Cambridge just kept battling back. But as you said, doesn't matter at this time of the season how you win. And as you said about the Zanesville win, the New Lex win, this win, when you get these tournament games, you've got to find ways to win. And sometimes it may not be a Michael Angelo or a Picasso type game where it's a masterpiece. But you know what? It doesn't matter. And I know Coach Jared, he'd take about another 7 or 8 of these, to finish the season. So, But I tell you what, man, what a game tonight. That did bring back old school memories of for me, Gene Ford and Danny Weekly when Danny was here. Danny was one of my favorite coaches to watch in Meadowbrook history. Love Coach Arnold as well. But I tell you what, I'll never forget some of those early battles with Danny and Gene. They were just the pupil and the teacher, and it reminded me a lot of those games tonight. With that, just had that old school flair to it.
Yeah, like you said, it's better to win ugly than lose pretty, and
right.
Win and you advance, and that's what Meadowbrook did. Is they're going to play Indian Valley Saturday night, 7 o'clock.
And I do sincerely want to apologize to every single listener out there, as I will unfortunately not be able to call the game. So you are stuck with an Arkansan with Darren on Saturday night. So Darren, I hope your shoulders don't hurt too much from carrying Tommy Strasser Saturday night.
And all I have to say is, yes, we are.
Yeah, yes.
And
yes.
Hey, speaking of Tommy Strasser, we got to give congratulations to them as the Buckeye Trail Warriors defeated Buckeye Local 64-46 tonight. They play for a sectional title against Garraway, so that's going to be a tall task for the Warriors.
I'll tell you what a turnaround in that program. That coaching staff has done an amazing job going in there and rebuilding that program. Almost basically, a lot of those kids, I know they had some tough going with the previous regime, I'll say, and but the new coaching comes in. Always some, you get some fresh perspectives and just different coaching philosophies and styles. And I tell you what, man, hats off to Coach Strasser, and I know Woody Biggs, his JV coach. I mean, just a good job. I mean, and yeah, I have to always give a shout out, because a lot of people don't know this, but the Strassers are my family and cousins, and so I tell you what, I'm proud of Greg and what he's done over at Trail.
Now, see, it's nice that Heath admits that. If you ask any of the Strassers, they won't admit being related to Heath, which I think kind of rude, but
Now, I will say this. Hey, I'm not related to Tommy, so say what you want about him. But you say something about Rachel, Alex, or Greg, I might take issue with that. But you can say whatever you want about Coach Strasser. Hey, have at it. I think I'd probably pick on him more than about anybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Tommy, of course. Great brother, and just a good fella. But I'm proud of what they've done out at Trail this year.
So that's going to do it for us tonight. But KGP will be back Saturday night when Meadowbrook plays Indian Valley.
Man, I wish I could be here.
7 p.m. tilt. You'll have to watch it on the KGP network.
Listen, I'll be on the way home. So if the game would have been about 2 hours later, I probably could have made it. But I'm going to listen to it on the way home.
Let's get the OHSAA on the phone and see what they can do.
Yeah, it's midnight madness. Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, that's going to do it for tonight. Meadowbrook with the Houdini-like effort victory.
Houdini, that's the best
47-44. We'll see you Saturday night when Meadowbrook plays the Indian Valley Braves. Good night.
Classy, Guernsey County.